Hello, I'm Robert Major, and today I wanted to talk to you about insurance leads or final expense leads. More precisely, I would like to talk to you about what they call mail order leads. This is a sample of a mail order lead, and this mail order lead here I purchased through a company called Lead Concepts. There's a lot of different companies out there. I recommend do your research, take your time, and also if you're with an actual agency or with an insurance company, sometimes they have lead programs. Sometimes they have things what they call cold leads or old leads or stale leads where other insurance agents have reached out to those potential clients. Some of them they actually made a transaction, and some they may not. Many of them they may not. So there's still opportunities. A lot of times your cold leads are a whole lot. They're less expensive compared to these leads. These were original, brand new, fresh leads. So going all the way back, I started with obtaining clients through reaching out to friends and family, and I obtained the first family member from first policy. I took that money, put it to the side, and then I developed some Facebook ads and put some Facebook ads together, and I took some of that money, then I built where I had enough to actually buy some of these mail order leads. When I first got entered into the insurance business, I was told insurance leads, that's the way to go. Mail order leads, that's the way to go. If you want to get some good qualified leads, one of the best, most efficient ways is going through mail order leads. My experience with mail order leads, you definitely do get you get a listing of people. So this is the process that I went through. First, I reached out to the lead company, then I had a customer service representative and spoke with them, and I asked for what are the hottest mail order leads, and he sent me some PDFs, showed me some selections, and I said which ones are more successful. And so I went with this one, which it has been more successful than the other ones. Like I said, one thing about leads, my leads ran about around 500, a little bit under 500. But the thing is, it's investment. In order to do this business, one thing I learned that you're going to have to invest your time, your energy, your resources. You're going to have to invest, and you're going to have to believe and trust in yourself that you're going to be able to do it. My first set of leads, I got absolutely nothing out of those leads. Nothing was wrong with the leads, but I took a different approach from that point forward, because it really depends on your market. It really depends on your skill set. It depends on the timing as well. The thing that I noticed that the lead program the lead brochure that I utilized, it gave more of, if you would like to do this, you can get this free gift card or what have you. And I learned for the target audience that I wanted to specifically reach out to, it wasn't the best thing for me, because they were submitting those returns on hopes of just getting the card, not necessarily insurance. But every market is a little bit different. So you have to do trial and error. You have to know your market. You have to know your success on things that you're successful with. The next set of leads that I did, it was more direct. It was more that this is what I offer. I did the same thing on Facebook. Do you want, basically in so many words, do you want final expense insurance? If you're interested in final expense insurance, submit this information. And for me, it was a whole lot easier to complete that transaction, to make that transaction more successful. And that's just me. There's thousands of agents that they can utilize those gift card ads or this or that, far as exchange and submitting your information, and they are highly successful. Nothing negative about that. whatsoever. But for me and for the brand that I want to build and what I want to do and my to develop long-term, good paying customers, I felt like I want you to reach out to me if you truly want to buy insurance. And that's all, because that's all I'm approaching you with. I'm approaching you with some solutions that can help you with your final expense needs. That's what I'm here for. And through that process, I want to build that relationship to the part where you're going to tell somebody else that this guy, he's a great guy. He listens to you. He definitely is concerned about you and meeting your needs, and he's going to make sure that you're going to be taken care of. That's the branding that I want to establish for me. I'm still new to this. Things will develop. I will learn more, but I just want to share with you some of the processes that happens with mail order leads. Once they submit it in, once they turn that mail order, this card in, they mail it back to that company that submitted the leads, and then that lead company, they scan it the day they get it. They send you an email of that scanned document so you can reach out to them, and then they mail it to you. Then they got a website, a web portal, where it gives a little bit more information, like the age. A lot of it gives a lot of extra information. That portal, you can put your notes in there. You can work out of there, and when you communicate or reach out to those potential clients, you can put your notes in there, so the next time you talk or next time you do an outreach. I really like their system. They got a nice system where it's laid out, and it allows you to really be efficient. So most of the people I already could tell, I already knew their age. And even though I asked about their age, so I kind of did a little homework before I made that call, and I tried to get some numbers together, try to put together like 2 or 3 options if they have great health, or maybe just in between, or if they have poor health. I want to have everything so I could be fluid when I spoke to them, so that I could communicate and didn't waste their time. And because time is of the essence, and they just want to engage with you. They want to know, how much is it? Can it fit inside my budget? And they want to see the value in this service that you can provide and the products that you provide to them. So in a nutshell, the process takes about, for the first mail orders to go out, for the leads to actually go out, the mailers to go out, 3 to 4 weeks average. So when you pay, you need to still keep plugging along, still keep doing what you're doing, but it's going to take about 3 weeks before you start to get some feedback. And then after that 3 weeks, it can last. Some of mine have lasted for months. I'm still getting feedback, still getting mailers that are submitted. And it really just depends on your area. It really depends on your target area. You have to take a look at what are the strengths, what are the successes with the provider that you provide for. What are those demographics? Whether they're if you're selling term life, you got real low rates, and you're catering to a certain market of demographics of people. Then you got to make sure that when you send out those mailers, you need to know those zip codes. You need to know those regions of the city that you're targeting, or the area that you're targeting with. If you don't know the zip codes, let me tell you, I've had great experience with lead concepts, and the guy that I work with, the agent that I work with, he walks you through the whole process. So if you want to know a little bit more, comment below, or matter of fact, share with me some of your experience on how you are able to obtain clients with very little money or very little resources and starting out. So share with me some of your successes. Share with me some of your successes that you have had, and comment below. And if you would like to know a little bit more, you can inbox me, and I'd be more than happy to forward you some information in dealing with lead concepts. I'm not paid by Lead Concepts. I'm just sharing my experiences. I'm not sponsored by Lead Concepts whatsoever. I'm just sharing my experiences with the process that I went through. So just something to kind of give you an idea, not necessarily to allow you to pull a certain trigger, but just to give you a general idea of the process and how it goes. Be well, keep going, keep pushing, and you can do this. I know you can. See you.